Good day, everyone of YouTube. This is Grandfather's Painting again, and today I have an informational video for you. I am doing a voiceover, but today I want to show you how I mix paints in order to sort of blend the colors together on a model. And unfortunately, in this particular part, I do go off screen a fair bit, so I do have another snippet from the same model but a different part for you, which I will be showing to you shortly before continuing how I do things around here. However, before we do that, I'd like to share what today's colors will be. And that is the base layer, as you can see on the Glotkin of the Gutrippa Flesh. And I'm gonna transition into Shyish Purple, and Shyish Purple will transition all the way to Volupus Pink in different color grades. So, let me see. The other colors used were Magos Purple and Ghurk Crimson. I am putting out a demarcation, so to speak, with the Shyish Purple first. This is a rough sizing of the location I want to change color, and after I finish that, I start going aggressively with the Gutrippa Flesh. One thing to note is that I do everything on the model, so I don't mix it in a container or anything. I like to blend it on the model because it gets direct results. To me, that's the most comfortable way of working. If you do not feel comfortable of doing it this way, you can of course pre-blend it for yourself in order to get the right color before applying it to the model. But I find this more result oriented, and you get direct feeling of how it's going to look and so on. Let's cut to the part where I'm actually going to show you what I'm going to do. This part is the top part of the model where the other two brothers will stand. We have arrived at the top part of this model, and as you can see, I will be applying the same Shyish Purple first. I have decided to cover the entire top and then put a little bit in the center, just that bushy stuff with the pink. So what I'm actually going to do here is omit Crimson and Magos Purple, Ghurk Crimson and Magos Purple, my apologies, and only focus on Shyish Purple and Volupus Pink. So I'm doing the demarcation again. As you can see, I apply liberal amounts of this purple, and that's because the more you have, the more you can work with. And you can see that later on when I use the green as well. And in this case, I have decided to go for moving the green inward later on. I'll let this just run at normal speed, so you can just see how easy the process is. There's really nothing to it other than me just applying rich amounts of the color that I want to transition into. To be honest, I really don't think this is really hard to do. I know a lot of people I know personally that are a bit hesitant to try. after all, it's their model. The good thing about these paints, I'm using contrasts. I don't use layer paints for this, but the contrasts are so light that if you mess up, you can just add water and try over again, as you have seen in my previous videos. So here I start with the green now. By the way, I do not recommend dipping it back into the jar straight away. You have to clean the brush slightly before adding more green. But yeah, here we go. The blending process starts. It's nothing more than going along the edges, creating that new color. And while I'm doing that, I will add more and more green in order to create that better transition. This process, I think, will take about 5 minutes per transitional layer. So the total process of this top part took me about 9 minutes, but it's really if you only have one transition, it will take you not more than 5 minutes of your time, I'm sure. I do try to stay in the frame this time. As you can see, I've been actively focused on staying in frame for the top part. Just make sure you get all the parts, because once it dries, you have to start the process from the beginning. And I think we're about done here. Yeah, I feel we're about done. So what we're doing now is add more green to get the blended part towards the green now. So now I'm adding more green in order to work towards the green, the base color. And that's really a simple matter of touch up here and there. Make sure that the base is matte with a minimal amount of pink. Oh, sorry, purple, Shyish Purple. So you get this sort of bluish tint. And then what you could do is, what I do sometimes, is get some green back into the purple, meaning that there's some patches of green moving back. You'll see that later. I believe I'm using a different brush for that. The smaller brush, just to get some hints of green back. But yeah, now we're just touching up. Here we go. We add the small brush. We're going to bring back the green. So like, consider it highlighting. Then we blend it again. Make sure you blend that part, otherwise it's too abrupt back to green. And we have come almost towards the purple part. So we're screening right here, making sure it's a fluid transition, and we're moving now to the pink. Again, we're gonna just apply the pink first, and then we're gonna blend it with the purple later. But this is really, since these colors are closer together, an easier task. I wanted to show you how I blend because green and purple are definitely quite different from each other, and that's why it is a nice showcase of how to blend even colors that do not really come close to each other, or how I do it anyway. And there you have it, folks. A blend tutorial, so to speak, or just an informational video of how to do it, or how I do it. There's no real one way. It's just that I personally prefer this over doing the paints separately and then applying them. And consider this model more of a canvas, a three-dimensional canvas to which we blend our paints on. And yeah, just a bit of a close-up on all the blended parts. I'm not done yet though. I'm gonna add more here and there discoloration of his skin, so to speak. I hope it was useful, and I hope to see lots of people just try this more often. I do see quite a few paint jobs on the tables still that are literally just block colors, no blending involved whatsoever, and it's really a shame because it's so easy to achieve this technique and achieve this look, and I think this looks more complete that way, more immersive. So if you like this video, do drop a like and subscribe, and more is on the way.